This is a dominant tactic. Look at 6 beyond you to control them.
You don't want that right now? No, that's all you have to say, right?
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia State's offense will get the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Now on first down from the 30. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Powers through the defender. And And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Makes it past the marker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Brown wants to pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. It'll be a draw. Finding an escape route. Running through contact. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Hurst. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Panthers! They put the first points on the board.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
7, Georgia Southern, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Moves around to clear up the vision. With the catch, it's Brown. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. Shoots his way for more. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's French. He got it. That's about as close as you can get to that mark. Will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Touchdown, Eagles! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a second down. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's French. Fires to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. Guys, let's look at the big picture for Georgia Southern. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
He wants to throw it again. Snags it. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now first and goal. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Give him 6. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Now on the option. Quick toss. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can...
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They'll run the counter. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll run play action. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. You see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Dropping back, it's French. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Grab near the marker, it's Brown. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Looking for a big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Crosses the 45. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Eagles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Goes to the option. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. And the Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. This time he's got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to pull his way in. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from pay dirt. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. On the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Eagles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw, it's French. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Slithers into space. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. Mitch Dallas really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
But when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man. It's Sanders. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hit.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's French. Here's the pressure. He makes a catch. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Eagles are facing 3rd and inches. On the option. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Gonna swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
From the gun. Buys a little time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is just what you want. You get a first and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. Put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
He'll ride his man on the option. Going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Brown wants to pass. That's caught. It's Riles.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Hurst. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Let's go. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Georgia State. Great job by the back on the option.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver.
Two passes now. This man-to-man jump and attempt to catch the ball.
Nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the
EA
chemistry between
bullshit.
these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The option look. Creates a little space. There he goes. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
Knocked down for the tackle. The Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's French. With the catch, it's Cobb. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Brown. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Fires to the right. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Eagles! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. And the returner will be brought down. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Back to throw, it's French. He'll pull it down. Past the 30. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Brown. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Georgia Southern will snap it in the red zone. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught near the sticks. It's Hurst. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
There's a reason third. It's called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Riles. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Brown will throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Overton. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse